We've got some news for you.
12th of November 2025, Cape Town. We'll be back. Hey Grace, where are we today?
Well, we're in Cape Town, but we specifically on the Pike Trail for a sunset hike. Mountain, sea, sunset. What more could you want?
Twelfth of November 2025, Cape Town. We'll be back.
Why have you got a beer? The nerves.
To settle my nerves.
Are we about to burst the bubble?
Yeah.
It's been 24 hours and no one knows. No one knows. Who knows? The guy who took a picture for us on the run.
Yeah, some random guy in Cape Town.
No one knows we're engaged. And we're about to burst the bubble because my parents are in New Zealand at the moment. And it's 10 p.m. our time. We've just had a gorgeous dinner. Finally had some champagne and bubbles to celebrate. And it's now 9 o'clock their time, so we're going to FaceTime them. To tell them, you did ask my dad. So he knows. But my mum, hopefully, is none the wiser if my dad hasn't given it away while they've been on this big holiday together. Why am I nervous? Ready?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Well, we went for lunch there, and then we went for this. We went for like a sunset hike, but it was like a walk, and it was like everything was just perfect, and it was like the sun was literally setting, and we were the only ones there, and it was very, very perfect.
Yeah, it was
You did a very good job.
very special moment.
I thought this would be a really nice moment to do it if he's going to do it, but I also didn't think he had a ring, so I didn't think it was. He didn't have anything on him, so I was like, there's no way. But he'd hidden it in his sock.
He knows you too well.
Well,
Did you get down on one knee?
yeah, he did.
Oh, congratulations. So lovely. I'm so happy for both of you. Love you.
Love
Lots of
you.
love. Bye bye.
Show, wait on there.
Hello. How you doing?
Okay, thank you.
Who are you with? Are you with Mum or are you with your friends still?
No, good friends.
I'm with Grace. We've got some news for you. we're now engaged.
Wonderful.
Yeah. No.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We had a very nice day yesterday in Cape Town, and we went for we went sea kayaking in the morning, and saw loads of dolphins just off the coast for a couple of hours first thing. Then we went for a really nice lunch, and then we went for a really nice hike in the evening just below Table Mountain. And that's when
And you said, will you spend the rest of my life with me?
Yeah.
Isn't that what you said?
So yeah, it was lovely.
We've got lots of photos from yeah, it was actually last night now.
Anyway, we'll give Mum a call anyway.
Yeah, okay. Oh, congratulations.
We are engaged.
Massive congratulations, guys.
Got a new brother-in-law coming your way. Yeah, you guys have got to, you've all got to keep this a secret.
Who am I going to tell?
Because I'm going to surprise my friends in person.
Congratulations, guys.
Love you both lots.
Lots of love, guys. See you soon. Hello, Mum. We've got some news for you. We're now here engaged.
Oh, that's lovely. Congratulations.
Hi, Isaac. We're now engaged. Thank you.
We are very,
We are at the moment.
very happy. It feels very surreal.
Okay, then I'll speak to you soon.
See you then.
Congratulations, both of you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
We're home. Not super happy about it. I have a severe case of holiday blues after the best holiday trip ever. Like, literally ever. Like, what the hell? No one knows yet as well. So this is going to be a really interesting week ahead. We actually got back yesterday and I spent the entire day doing about 10 loads of washing, sorting out the entire flat, doing so much admin, onboarding my VA. There's just so much going on. And now potentially a wedding thrown into the mix. But we'll get to that. But yeah, South Africa was unbelievable. I'm going to leave a resort. So many people have been asking for my recommendations. We stayed at the most incredible Airbnb in Cape Town and the most beautiful hotel at the end in Stellenbosch, which just felt like a mini moon. Like, we got engaged, oh my god, a week ago today. Crazy. And then went and spent 3 days in the wine regions, and it was just heaven, like actual heaven. I couldn't have asked for anything more. I feel so grateful, and like the come down is so real. But yeah, we've still got so much to come because we FaceTimed our parents to tell them, and everyone's super delighted because I couldn't hold it from them for any longer. But we haven't told any of our friends yet. And the reason for that is this ring is like my holder ring. It was actually, we bought it in South Africa, so it's literally like from where we were staying, South African diamonds, which is just like so special. And I have another ring. This is not the ring. We were going to wait until I sort of had that to then tell everyone, which is happening, I think, on Saturday, but I don't really know. And then we did have a roast arranged with all my closest friends on Sunday, but 2 people have pulled out now. And I can't be like, guys, you have to come, because then it's really obvious. So I'm just like, have this slight dilemma in my head about how I'm going to play that. So that's on my mind. But yeah, I guess my life now looks like, I was explaining to my VA, I've got like work, which is like my speaking engagements, my brand partnerships, which are still coming in thick and fast towards the end of the year, which always happens in Q4. I've got an event tonight, for example, which is basically why we've come back. A house, so we went straight to see the house yesterday as well. We've got a whole new floor, we've got a loft. The plan is to be in the first week of Feb, and we're completely delusional and have decided that I think we're going to do an engagement party the 3rd week of Feb, and we want to host it in the house as like a housewarming as well. So that's a whole new load of pressure on that part. So I'm working with a lovely girl to help me with the interiors, but suddenly like everything's got to be ordered like before Christmas. So it's like work, house, book is ticking along. Launchpad, which is my course with Mark, which we're starting to get bookings for, so that's all like ramping up. Potentially wedding. I'm not going to give anything away, but in the not too far distant future. So we're doing a lot all in one go, and so I guess new projects have sort of been put on hold for now, just so that I can stay slightly sane. But yeah, today, excuse me, today I'm going to, it's currently I think 9, just had to breakfast, it's 9:20. I'm going to get ready. I've got some jet lag masks on my eyes to brighten things up for the day. And I'm going to go into Selfridges. I need to go and pick up a few things. Then I've also been invited to go and try a new matcha cookie by my friend Phil, who's done a collaboration with the After School Cookie Club, and it's right by Selfridges, so that works out really well. And then I'm going to try and do a Pilates class if I get off the wait list. And then I need to do a little bit of work and get ready for the event tonight, which I'll tell you all about later. But yeah, it's kind of like back to reality, but also not, you know? And the big Johannesburg vlog is going live this week of that whole big speaking event, and I'm so excited. So I've got to do some reviews for that, and I really think it's going to be a good app. I hope. And I guess this is kind of like the engagement vlog, but also just like engagement vlog reality of also life going on at the same time, you know? Let's see how this week unfolds. I actually can't believe it. Let me know if you've got any questions. I can answer some questions in future episodes, but yeah, very, very, very special. Can't believe we're back and it's like 2 degrees and sleeting. Anyway, still lots of things to look forward to. Let's go do this week. The winter clothes have been truly whipped out and I'm not happy about it. Right, off to Selfridge as we go in the absolute pouring rain. Delighted to be back. I will say though, this is probably one of the main times that I've appreciated working for myself more than ever before. The idea of coming back and going straight into work, which Austin has had to do. He actually has had to go for an off-site. He's been away the last night, the day we got back. Yeah, just having this time to like decompress after what's been like the craziest trip, I've really appreciated. I think going straight into work would have been such a whirlwind, which I realise is a super privileged thing to say, but keeping it real. I'm just preventing going outside, like postponing going outside at this point. I want to be back in South Africa. Guys, in my engaged era, I'm not a girl who runs around last minute for things. I've fixed my timing. I'm back on time to the timings I said I would be. I don't have to run straight out the door to Pilates. I was just thinking on my morning out and about how much I've got to fill you in on. Like brand wise, business wise, thoughts wise. So maybe we'll do a little bit of that now. I think it's like genuinely like snowing and 2 degrees today, which is a real welcome back. I feel like I was against the forces, against the world there, but I got all of my little errandy bits that I needed doing. I did treat myself to an engagement era perfume, which is a perfume I've smelt and loved quite a few times, but it's quite an investment one. And I decided that I wanted to buy myself a present for being engaged. But also I really wanted to have a perfume that I wore during this period of my life that would always remind me of this period of my time. Like, I'm really passionate about smells and senses, and I have different perfumes for almost different stages of my life. Like I wore through like senior school, high school I wore Marc Jacobs Daisy, and then through uni I wore Armani C for like the first 2 years, and then basically ever since I've been toing and froing around a few, being Bal d'Afrique, which is the by Rideau, Glossier You has just come back and forth in my life. It's currently what I'm using. Anyway, no one wanted to know that, but I did treat myself. Why did I just put my bags? Okay. I did treat myself to a very grown-up girl perfume. Most beautiful packaging and gifting from Penhaligon's. So special. I've got loads of PR I need to open. I need to finish tidying the flat. And then I've got Pilates in like 45 minutes. So it's all happening. But the things I wanted to talk to you about, there's a couple of things. One is sort of the takeaways I had from South Africa that have inspired things I'm thinking about going forward, and I think you're going to want to hear about, in terms of how they're thinking about community and brand and bringing it to life in a really unique way. The second is that I really need to figure out, it's so weird, right? Because like I'm talking to you about the engagement. You're the only person I can basically talk to right now. Austin's not here. My parents are on the other side of the world. It's like our little secret still, and I still need to figure out. So we've got this booking for Sunday, but like, do I just phone all of my friends on Saturday? Because I was going to phone all my other friends anyway. So maybe Saturday night we just like phone everyone. But when we phoned our parents, it like took over an hour. It was like quite exhausting. All these little things you never think about, right? Until it comes to it. And can I also say, I've been a bit obsessed with, if you're looking for some brand inspiration right now, I mean, this brand have absolutely killed it on socials for the longest time. But, oh my god, I really should have blown my nose before doing this. Okay, it's actually a brand called Get Graza, which is actually an olive oil brand. They're actually a really cool olive oil brand. I think they might only still be available in the US, I'm not sure. But they've always done socials really, really well. That's something I paid attention to for a long time. But I was really inspired this week because they have olive oil and they've always done it in like plastic bottles. It's really funky design and it has like a squeezy lid. That's like what one of their USPs has always been. And there's been like constant demand for glass bottles. Like I think that's what their community and everyone's wanted forever. Instead of just being like, we now do glass, which they've done as well, they've also thought about how they could do it in like ways that are social first to attract a much bigger audience. Because if you just posted now in glass, you'd probably get like a 1% of your audience reach. But if you create entertaining content that then happens to promote the product, they had, let me just get the details up of this one. Also, this was August, but I was just like studying some of their social content. They get sort of varies, 20k, 30k, 12k, 82k, 55k, 130k. This reel, 1.3 million views. And it's the team celebrating, going how it feels knowing we'll never see another but it's in plastic comment again. And it's hilarious, but it's just everything about it is so social first and social friendly. Like the slow-mo, the song, the big poster boards, the like social manager debut moment. And it's had over 18,000 shares versus the high production reel, which is beautiful, has maybe a tenth of the engagement that just says now in glass. And I just think like that, like it literally couldn't be. I think the reason I got really excited about it is because they're right next to each other. They're both promoting the same thing, just through different lenses. One is like, we are now in glass, and the other one is like, how the team feels now we've gone to glass. Like it's emotional, it's entertaining, it's connecting. And that one has 18,000 shares and the first one has 1,000 shares. And I always just think, like, people think their socials are failing or whatever, or they think their company's failing, they're not getting their messaging out. You're putting it through the wrong lens. You are creating content through the lens of selling products. You're not creating content through the lens of entertaining. And I promise you, when you switch that mindset, when you switch that lens, everything will change. People will see your product in a whole different light because they'll connect through the content you're sharing. That's been on my mind quite a lot. As a prime example, then I'm going to start using in my decks. But you always get to see the previews to my thinking for the decks. She got it out. This is good warm up for tonight. Tonight's panel it's with Verity at TBH, which is a boutique management company, and they're doing an end of year celebration event all about the creator economy. And I'm doing a panel with some fab people all about the future of the creator economy. And it's not like your average panel. She sent some like really funky questions. Yeah, I'm just gonna get ready for Pilates now. I'll tidy up a bit more because it's still a bit chaotic in here. And I'll keep dropping some things, whether it's engagement or brand ideas, throughout the rest of this episode like that, because I've had a lot of thoughts stored up in my brain. And they're meant to all be for LinkedIn content, but the reality is at this point, I think you're just gonna get everything. Sucks to be LinkedIn. Okay, done a little bit of tidying, done another wash, put the dishwasher on. Responded to a couple of emails, and it's time to go to Pilates. All wrapped up in coziness. Long sleeve Pilates season is here. Got this gorgeous, like, softest top ever from Bowen Tea, I think it was from. It's honestly like perfect. It's so soft and silky. And I've decided I'm going to do a bit of a sauna steam afterwards because I haven't really filled you in, but I think I kind of said it before I went away. Still really struggling with like gut issues. I'm actually going to go see a GP next week just to get everything tested. And so I'm trying to take it slower and like stay more at home. I realise I've just been away, but like in the next few days, because I can control like what I'm eating and stuff like that. Just trying to have like really small, regular, plain meals. And that's just another thing I'm dealing with at the moment. So whenever you think someone's life is going super swell, they're getting engaged in Cape Town, just know that there's all these other things going on as well. Just the reality, but that's okay. I will figure it out. And I've just ordered some, I don't know how you pronounce it. Some of these probiotics, they're called Eptimi. I literally have no idea how you pronounce it. Which isn't a great sign for brand name, but I have seen them everywhere and I knew exactly the ones I wanted to try to like reset everything. And Sophie, who I follow, who is like a women's health expert, swears by them, and so does so many people I know, so I'm going to give them a go. I think there's probably a lot of like angst and stress going on, and I know the gut mind link is so strong, so I'll take you on that journey too. Just girl things. Okay, let's go stretch it out in Pilates and sauna and steam. Hello. Did my Pilates and saunaed, which was so lovely because it is so cold outside. and so it was really nice to come out and be like super toasty. It was a really hard Pilates, so I feel like it's getting you back in the swing of things, which I loved. I then came back and I had some lunch / dinner because this event is like, I think it's over by like 8:30, so I'll probably be home by like 9, but I'm trying to not eat late. It's a new thing, trying to kind of have my last meal by like 6 p.m, which is going to be interesting now Austin's back at work, because we were eating at like 9:30, which was just not, it wasn't vibing. So I'm just trying to be more mindful. I'm also trying to not watch stuff or be on my phone when I'm eating, which is obviously easier said than done because you have to have a lot of time, but it does make such a difference when you're actually just like, okay, now I'm eating. I'm not like consuming and eating. These little things. Anyway, I then did consume, and I think I must have missed this when I was on the plane. Like, it sounds like, I mean, I'm on the plane for 12 hours coming back from South Africa, so you actually can just miss things. But I haven't really seen anyone share it until just now on LinkedIn. But the A24 Timothy Chalamet 18-minute promotional video, which is kind of guised as elite Zoom call, but it's a marketing campaign for their new movie, and oh my god, on so many levels is it so good. I watched the full 18 minutes and then I went back and rewatched, not the whole thing, but certain sections, and it was just unreal, like so funny. But I don't know if it's objectively funny or if it's funny because I work in marketing and there are many calls I can think back to that remind me of that situation, both me being Timothy to some teams and me being the marketing team on the other side of it, being like, what the fuck? But it's so funny. And the thing I want to share here is like, obviously so many people like will say something that really drives me insane, which is people only have really short attention spans. They only have 3 seconds before you lose them. Bullshit. I'm calling it now. It's absolute bullshit. That, I haven't actually looked, my phone's just on charge next door, how many views it's got. But I watched it all the way through and then went to watch it again. They're like 18 minutes of my time. Do you know how valuable putting out an asset and having people watch for 3, 4, 5+ minutes? If you can get like 5+ minutes from someone, that in short form, that would take maybe 10, 20, 30 videos to build up that much stickiness with an audience. But what they've done so well is obviously it's just like entertainment at its core. And I mean, props to the whole team. They all deserve the Oscar if this goes on to win the Oscar. Such a great example of thinking outside the box for how you can market something. It just really annoys me when people say, you've got to get everything out in the first 3 seconds. I'm like, no, you don't. People actually want to not be shouted at anymore. The first 3 seconds of this is people joining a Zoom call. It just builds up like anticipation the whole way through. It's just fantastic. Really, really, really brilliant, like direction, script, idea. It's just a great, great piece of marketing, and I really, really enjoyed it. So I will share that below. What I was going to say about South Africa is, can tell I've come back because my mind is just like busy with marketing campaigns and all these thoughts. We did community service yesterday as well, so I feel like I've just absolutely jumped back into it all, which I love. But yeah, the thing about South Africa that they have nailed, well, specifically Cape Town, is what I think we're trying to do over here in London a bit more, but I don't think we're nailing it yet. I think there are some brands, I guess, like Gymshark and the Regent Street store, like Ralph Lauren, who has Ralph's Cafe, but all of the businesses and brands are thinking like communities, they're not thinking like brands. So there are so many spaces in Cape Town that are the brand shop partly, but they're also like a community hub. So they might have like a cafe in there, they might have like a coffee shop, they have community spaces, they hold events. It's also a shop, it's like a multidisciplinary space. And I just think they've nailed this idea of like community way better than anyone else. And I just thought, oh wow, okay, it's not just one brand who's doing it really well here. It's like the whole mentality of everyone here is like using retail as community hubs, which I think is for sure the way it's got to be going, because I know a lot of people say retail is dying, but I think if you're reforming what it means to have a retail space, in that it's your physical manifestation of your brand and it's where you bring people together, I don't think it's dying at all. It's just evolving. And then the second piece is like, just their branding in general, everything is a branding opportunity there. And it just makes for a really fun experience, I think. So for example, there was one like matcha place that I was going to every day. It was very experience driven. Branding was beautiful. They like have 2 little kiosks and it's very Instagram friendly, which is kind of what you want for a matcha brand because you want people to share and talk about it. And you probably imagine that your average like iced matcha girly is probably someone who's going to be wanting to share it to Instagram. They wait for you to film. They ask if you want to film the pour, which is literally encouraging you to get your phone out. I'll insert the video that I got of my pour. But every moment is thought of as a social moment or as an opportunity for content. The branding is so bright. There's names everywhere. You really step into the brand universe when you step into the shop, or you really step into the brand world when you like experience the customer experience. And I really felt that, like specifically in Cape Town and in Stellenbosch actually, and it made you want to be a part of it, which I think is super unique and exactly what we should all be striving for. That was what was on my mind from Cape Town. Tonight I'm going to this event and it's a panel on the future of creators. So first up, I think Verity, who owns the boutique agency, represents loads of talent, is doing a keynote. And then there's another panel, I think, on creators and finance. And then there's the final one, which is me. A girl called Hannah who manages Grace. I'm a celeb, Grace. You'll know who I'm talking about. I'll insert her. My brain's just gone a bit blank. And Jay Beeson, who I've come across quite a lot recently, is a YouTuber, also in the social media marketing space, but she's a creator. And it'd be really nice to connect with her. So like a really strong panel, also like all women, so we love that. And I've got to leave in about 40 minutes, so I've got time to actually do my makeup, chat. And I can't tell you how nice it is to have time. I'm also like really looking forward to the event. It'll be a great event. But I'm also just really looking forward to coming back. Like I'm such a home. I think from being away and just being with Austin all the time and obviously getting engaged, like I just want to be at home all the time. But also because we obviously haven't told anyone. So it's not like when people are like, "What? How was South Africa?" I'm gonna have to be like, "Yeah, it was amazing. Okay, bye," because I can't tell anyone at this event. And there's loads of people I know there. So that will be interesting, but I think that's why I'm also like, just get me in and get me out, so I can't say anything. I can't tell these people before I tell like my closest friends. I still haven't figured a solution for how I'm going to tell them. But yeah, that's everything that's going through my mind right now. So I'm going to do my makeup, and then I will check in with you when I'm getting ready. I wish you could get a live response to this. I wish like you could tell me what to do, but obviously then I'd be letting it out and that wouldn't make any sense. Do I just FaceTime everyone? I just really want that in real life experience, you know? But I don't know how I'm going to get all my friends together. And I can't wait. They're all together. The other thing is like my girls, the 4 girls, we're going for dinner next Thursday, so a week tomorrow. I cannot keep it a secret for that much longer. Like I just can't. I've got too many things happening next week. I want to tell people. I want to like start experiencing it. And you've got a wedding to plan. So I think maybe I just FaceTime them and then we'll like celebrate in person next Thursday. I don't know. And we are ready. I'll show you the full outfit from somewhere where I can show it to you. I still need to put my heels on. We've got a full burgundy pinstripe suit situation going on from And Other Stories. And then I've got these shoes, which are just ASOS, but they look, well, according to Flick, this is what she said, they look a lot more expensive than they are, which I would agree with. So I just need to take the stickers off, order my Uber, and get out of here because they are fully ready to go. And then I will not be late. Okay, these stickers. They're not coming off. That was very hopeful, wishful thinking, being very sneaky. I'm wearing my South Africa engagement ring on my other hand, which is where I'm going to wear it going forward. But because I'm wearing lots of rings, I feel like no one would ever look at it and be like, oh, that's so weird, hopefully. Feels like I've got a little secret with me then. Okay, let's order an Uber. Completely forgot that with this venue, you can't get dropped right outside, which is what I was planning for because I did not wear a coat for this outfit and in January I think it's 2 degrees. Ooh. And I forgot I'm gonna have to walk down a cobbled path. It's a really beautiful venue, it's just an absolute nightmare to get to. And I'm in some real stiletto heels, so this is gonna be super interesting. At least it's not pouring with rain.
Starting this game for their own businesses who just just want to deconstruct finance, which is an accounting firm where we work with creators.
So I literally walked in and the event was already happening. Verity has done her keynote. They're doing the finance panel now. So I've just taking some pictures actually. Such a gorgeous venue here. It's called Lighthouse Social in Fulham. Like, look how gorgeous this games room is. There's like little backgammon boards. It's so cozy. I just love the aesthetic. It's very like Soho House. And the event's happening in there. And there's a bar. It's just so gorgeous. And just catching up with people. Yeah, I think our panel's next. So Alice Benham has very kindly offered to get some footage. Lots of compliments on the outfit so far, which we love. A big room full of creators, which we love to see. So I'm going to head back in now. And it might be time for my panel soon. Need to put some more lip gloss on.
Hi, I'm Grace. I am still figuring out my title and how I introduce myself, so it's a great start. But I kind of consider myself a creator entrepreneur. I am in the middle of building audience before I build product because I believe that's how the future of businesses are going to be created, but we will get into that. I left my role as brand director for Stephen Bartlett, Diary CEO, in June. I was there from the very beginning, scaling that from 8,000 to the tens and hundreds of millions that it is now, and the team and everything about that. And yeah, I guess we'll get into both sides of it. Like I work with creators, I am a creator, so I tend to think I get to see the best of both sides.
Definitely, and I think that's what I really wanted to get from this panel. Like, we've got a creator who's an expert in marketing, someone who's built someone from literally the ground up, and then
I feel like we've covered most bases, but I guess one thing I would add, maybe £1 million into producing different creative spaces across the UK.
Do you know what it is? I think it's creators understanding the power that they hold. Like, you're not only sitting on, like, you're standing on business. Like, you are the ones who hold all of the power right now. And I think right now creators undervalue themselves. I think they don't realize how much power you hold in these conversations with brands, with businesses, with deals, with conversations like that. Like, you have the hottest commodity right now, which is audience and attention. It's what corporates, businesses, big companies are desperate for. Like, they are absolutely desperate for attention. It's like the most expensive currency there is. And that's what you guys have, and they just want to tap into that. And the more we think like that, even just this mindset, everything shifts. But you guys hold the power.
I love that, and I feel like it's been the consistent theme throughout tonight. Considering yourself as a business owner, treating it like a business is really the 2026 motto.
Like, I get it, we're inspired by people, I think it's amazing, but the creators you're seeing are usually the one-offs. You know, there's a reason why these people are the top of their game, because they understand themselves before they understand their audience. Their audience join them for themselves.
It's very strategic. As soon as you take away that curtain, you realize everything is strategy. In the last 2 years, the data that has come out to support this argument, from whether it's Goldman Sachs saying that the creator economy is going to be worth $500 billion by next year, whether it's all of the data on the volume of creators out there, whether it's the fact that this year, was it June 25? Yeah, this year, there is more advertising budget being spent on creators in the creator economy, on creator platforms, than in traditional broadcasting platforms. It's not going to happen. It has happened. The shift has happened. It's not that there's like a flip, oh, is it going to happen? Like, what's happening? Like, when you look at corporate, like, company budgets, like, and I've worked on every side of this, right? Like, I've worked with corporates, I've worked as creators, I've worked with Stephen on his corporate deals, like, I've worked on all sides of this on my own. When the line in the marketing budget for creators is getting bigger and bigger and bigger each year, but the line for everything else is staying the same, that's when you know that the whole industry has shifted. Like, there's so many amazing things with the technology, but the one thing it's never going to take away from is like creativity, because it's not an original thinker. It's only AI is just using existing coding, existing wording, anything that already exists. Like, original thought will never be able to be replaced, and I just think it gives the biggest opportunity for true craft, and I think people are craving that craft more than ever. So there's actually a bigger reception and a bigger awe and a bigger excitement around original creativity now, I think, more than ever, because the difference is so vast and so significant. I think it's exciting.
Thank you so much. The amount of value we've had tonight is crazy.
Ooh, we're all done. I have no idea what time that started. but I think it was meant to be done by 8 and it's 10 to 10. But I did stay around to chat with loads of people, which was so lovely. Loads of people said really lovely things and was super complimentary about how I spoke, which is the thing I try and work on so hard, like articulation and getting a concise point across. It's something I've honestly had to work on like for the last 4 years. So to have someone come up and most people come up and say like the way you articulate your points so clearly is amazing, to me is like the biggest metric of success. Sorry, it's so cold. Like that means the world to me. Yeah, hopefully I walk out of this passageway and there is an Uber waiting for me. What a delightful creator event. More sort of things like that need to happen. This is the future of creators coming together, discussing the nitty-gritty things, some things that are a bit controversial, some things that are not. Like, get yourself to these sort of events if you're a creator, because everyone is thinking the same thing and you get your questions answered, you know. A lovely way to come back and hit the ground running, I guess. Also, Verity and Alice, if you're watching this, don't hate me when I announced my engagement on Sunday. It did come up and I had to just bite my lip. Good morning. My eyes are streaming because it's -1 degrees, but it's -1 degrees and like the best kind of weather, which is blue skies, crisp blue skies and sunshine. And so I jumped out of bed, it's cold, to come for a walk. I'm all wrapped up. Should have actually worn gloves, but that's okay. I think I've got like 4 layers on and I'm just coming for a morning walk because I've got time. This makes me feel good, and when it's not pouring down with rain, I've got to do this. I've got to do this in the winter. And you know, I actually left my Whoop at Soho Farmhouse when we went all those weeks ago before I went to South Africa, and there was a bit of a muddle of getting it sent back to me, but anyway, they've posted it back to me now. I should be getting it today. You know how loads of people, when they lose their wearables, they're like rings or their like watches or whatever, and they're like, wow, it's so nice not to have the data. I am the opposite. I have missed having the data so much. I think data is like wealth and knowledge, and I miss it. So can't wait to get that back on. Last night was such a good event. Really think more stuff like that should be happening up and down the country, just bringing creators together. It's so helpful and so important just to be having those conversations. Guys, why do my eyes stream so much? Like, it literally looks like I'm sobbing. I'm not, I'm delighted. I mean, tell me you've been in a hot country, because this is so exciting. And I'm just going to have a gorgeous stroll around here, and then I need to get back, wash my hair, because it's, the reason there is a cap on is because the gel from last night is still intact, so we've got a slick back this morning. And I need to figure out what I'm doing about this engagement announcement to my friends. This is the time I've allocated. This is where I'm going to figure it out. So just to keep you updated, because I realise this is a bit of a strange one. Obviously my boyfriend proposed in South Africa with, I guess, a temporary ring, of the moment ring, and I almost get like a second proposal. He's not telling me exactly when it is, but he said I'll have the ring by Sunday. I think it's going to be Saturday. He's like, I don't know what's happening, but he's planned the day, so I have like a second proposal, which is quite weird because it's like I know it's happening, but I obviously don't know anything about the ring. I've like purposely not asked any questions. I don't know anything, and he's wanted like bursting to tell me, so I'm like, there's still got to be an element of surprise. So I basically get 2 proposals and 2 rings, so it's like the dream. So I know that by kind of Saturday I will have my ring. I'll be proposed, like the engagement will have happened, and then it's like, okay, we've got to tell people. And yeah, I guess it's just like, can I tell anyone in person? If not, we're just gonna have to phone everyone, which is fine, because there's so many other things in life you can like tell people in person, right? Like there's so many other things. So yeah, just gonna figure out the details of that on this walk. Yeah, the whole thing feels so surreal. It feels like a little secret, and I love it so much. But I'm also so excited to tell like all the family and friends. So it's this weird like juxtaposition of like wanting it to be your secret,
but also just wanting to share it and like get the news out. And yeah, I think I mentioned last night there was a close call because Verity and Alice were talking about proposals. We were literally with a wedding planner. They were asking about South Africa. And it would have been very easy for me to say then. And in fact, they'll probably be like, what the fuck, you didn't say then? When I do eventually share it. But that's the fun of it, isn't it? Oh, what a gorgeous morning. Get outside, kids. It really is so good for the soul. My hands became too cold to chat, but I think it should be compulsory to see dogs in the morning. Hear me out. When you go on a walk in the park in the morning, so many dogs, gorgeous. I think we need to get a dog. And it's been on our minds for a while. There's no dog in the works. We're waiting for the house first. And I know what you're thinking, Grace. Writing a book, getting married, moving into a new house, renovating a new house, all in 1 year, boyfriend's 30th. It's a lot, maybe just leave it there. No. A dog will be additive. During all of that stress, a dog will be my calm. And they'll be my famous last words. I'm gonna wash my hair and then I'm going to make some porridge because it's a very wholesome winter morning. And then I've got a call with a person who's supporting with our interiors, which needs to get the ball rolling, and I'm very excited. That's our kickoff call. Then I've got a call with Liv Jenkins to be part of her campaign. And then I've got an afternoon of errands and admin. Did I get any further with figuring out my friend's situation? Not really. But I'm gonna make a decision. And I'll let you know. Friday Croissant Club and it's Thursday. Crazy decision, that one. We're just gonna take a moment for the porridge. That's all this clip is about. Just maybe 3 seconds of nothing makes me happier than loaded porridge. We've got banana. I'm obsessed with making peanut butter stuffed medjool dates and covering them in dark chocolate. And I've got so many that I chopped one up and put that in there. We've got loads of seeds, mixed seeds, and we've got a gut cacao mix flaxseed powder thing and a bit of honey. This, stunning. Hair washed, face done. I will obviously get changed for my first call, especially as it's a first call, you know? Like, I don't want to scare her off just yet. We've had quite the day. It's now 10 to 6. So much admin has been done. Life admin, home admin, all the admin, as well as some briefing calls for some things happening next week. But I did say before I leave for the weekend that I would open some gifting that I've been sent. And it's not so much PR. It is actually just like clothing gifting. Wow, it's dark in here. I was about to turn on the lights. The lights are already on. First things first, I got this in a massive box and I have just opened this because I was like, I don't even know what this is, who this is from or what it is. But I don't really know. I'm still unsure, which isn't a great sign of PR if I'm honest. But it's a beautiful box, beautiful packaging, all black, with lots of ruffly stuff. And then it's a pack of binoculars. And this is from an event that I spoke at maybe like 2 months ago now. These would have been really cool in South Africa. I wonder if it's anything to do with that. I don't know. There's no note. I don't get it. But I've got some fancy National Geographic binoculars. So when we do eventually go on a safari or something, these will be super useful. What else? There's so many parcels. Oh, there it is. So this is from a brand called Paloma. It's the Paloma shirt. And I actually discovered the founder because of her content series. For 100 days, I think it is, or for a whole year. I think it's 100 days. Every single day she's styling her white Paloma shirt, which is the business. And I just thought it was such a good series because it's product placement but not product placement. It's entertaining, it's addictive, it's repetitive, it's sticky. It got me. And so I've been chatting with her. She's left this gorgeous note. It smells nice too. Hi Grace, can't wait to see what you think and we'd love to grab a coffee. Very sweet. This lighting is not going to do this justice. Sorry, I'll wear it another time you're about to see it. Oh my god, this material is stunning. This is not like any other shirt I've got. I love a dramatic cuff. Freaking love a dramatic cuff. And I know it's got little ties on it, so you can like cinch it in at the back. I need to give this an iron and then I'll give this a go. I feel like this might be a new staple. It's like so soft and not like shirt material, not like thin and crispy. It's like really, really good quality. Oh, this is beautiful. I can't wait. This is going to be something I'm wearing a lot. I freaking love a big sleeve. Gorge, thank you so much for that. And then the last one is Nobody's Child is very kindly. Well, they sent me an outfit that was meant for South Africa and it didn't come in time. I think that's what this is. I love Nobody's Child. Yeah. It was so cute as well, but it's going to be too summery now. Oh, it was so cute. It was like this 2-piece, I mean, I'm obsessed with polka dots right now. This 2-piece polka dot outfit. Super, super cute. Oh, that's such a shame. This would have been really nice, but that's okay. Maybe I will send it back and get some new bits from them because I really love their stuff and I don't want that to go to waste. Or maybe I keep it for next year, maybe. Okay, that's my little haul for now. Nothing too crazy or dramatic. I actually try and say no to a lot of PR. We're living in this like compact flat at the moment, which is my friend's flat before we moved into the house, and we're already like completely overflowing in every single corner of the entire space. I actually had someone email me this week being like, commentating on the state of the flat. And just so you know, I'm aware. One, I'm a type B girly, so I don't really worry about things like that. I like being clean, like I hate dirt, but I'm quite messy and untidy. But yeah, there's like not space for stuff. And I don't like to be wasteful. I wish they would like distribute it more. I'm loving the trend where it's like a corporate girly being like, what can I get sent? Or like someone being like, it's my mum's birthday, can like PR team send them something? I just think it's so cute. I think this is why customer gifting is so much more important than influencer gifting, because influencers get so much, and when you get so much, everything becomes less significant and less relevant. Does that make sense? So I think there's a big fault in that. Anyway, I really try and only get gifted stuff very specifically, either from small businesses that I can really support, or getting gifted clothing, specific outfits for an event, so it's very specific and intentional, not just like stuff. I think we're all drowning in stuff. Right, I need to pack because we are heading away for the weekend. We're going out to the countryside to my family house. I think my brothers will be there who do know about the engagement, so that'll be nice. And then I don't know what's happening Friday and Saturday, but I think I'm going to get a ring, so that's exciting. I may take you on little bits, I may just update you at the end. I don't know. I like to keep some of this private. I really, really like that our proposal is private, even though we film like before and after. And I think it's really special to have like moments that are just yours and not giving everything away, you know? So yeah. Well, it's a funny one because I know why people do it, because it does really well for engagement. The more you give of yourself, the more engagement you get. But I think we'll look back in the future and be like, oh, I really wish we kept that to ourselves. Like, I'm so happy we kept this week to ourselves in so many ways, because it's so special. You don't get that time back. We're going to be married for the rest of our lives, you know? It is the 1 week where it's just for us. And I think there's a lot of lessons to be learned in that when it comes to putting ourselves out there. Anyway, ramble 8 minutes later. We're having a bit of a mare with this week's vlog, and I think it's going to be quite late going out tomorrow. I haven't had a review yet because the footage has been really late coming through for loads of different reasons. So I think this might be the first week either it doesn't hit on a Friday or it's really late on a Friday. But it's a really good one. I don't want to sacrifice the quality of it for the consistency, but it's like this fine line. I'm not going to not post this week. It might just be a little bit late. And this is the battle I'm facing in my head right now, amongst everything else. When it comes to my friends and telling them, the 2 girls that can still make it, I've just like really casually voice noted, and it's going to be so funny when they watch this back, and just said that like, oh, like not many people can make the roast anymore, so like let's us 3 just do something really like low-key and casual. And then I'll be like, bam, engaged. Thoughts? It's too late now. It's too late. Okay, I need to pack. Good morning. It's Friday. We've been up sorting out some bits, which is the reason we came back to my parents last night. And I am just about to jump on a FaceTime with Liv from D. Louise, who asked me to feature in her vlog this week for something or another. So gonna FaceTime her now and see what that's about. Also, I've started using a vitamin C serum, and my skin has never been softer or brighter. believe what they say.
How's YouTube been?
Do you know what's so positive?
Yeah.
Like, such a positive response. And then this week I had like basically like a BAU week where I like didn't have like any events or anything. So I was like, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. Which is obviously why you're here. So thank you so much. I won't keep you too long because I know you're a busy gal.
It's all good.
Busy gal.
It's all good.
So the idea was that it's coming to the end of the year and lots of people are doing like lots of reflection and intentions for next year. So I've been asking my most successful business friends 4 questions.
I love that you consider me one of your most successful business friends as well, because
100%.
you've got a lot of friends.
Okay, so the next question is biggest piece of advice for someone starting a business in 2026?
Yeah, I think it's funny because I'm in many ways just so focused on audience right now that I build audience across Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Substack at the moment, and it's inevitable that I will be creating something to serve that audience in like a monetizable way. But I think my advice would be, I've done a lot of work like this year in my keynotes and talking about looking at the top performing highest growth businesses in the UK at the moment, DW's obviously being one of them. And when you look at the top 10 of that Sunday Times list that came out earlier in this year, I think it's like 8 out of 10 of the brands on there are either founder led in terms of personal brand led, or they are media driven businesses. So what I mean by that is like they see media as sort of the core of their business that then happens to distribute product as a result of it. And so I really do think that's the mindset people have got to be adopting. It's got to be, okay, great, we've got a product. And it's not about, okay, how do we now advertise that product to an audience? So I'd be really looking at sort of flipping that mindset and thinking, how can we create great content, great media that drives views, attention, engagement when like attention is the hottest commodity right now, and really, really probably focusing on that. Like we're seeing all these like big investor funds and VCs creating media teams in order to support the businesses they're investing in with their media, because it's so important. And when you see that happening at the high level, and when you see the top 10 fastest growing businesses in the country taking it seriously, you're like, okay, this is like a legit thing. So I think it would be a real serious focus on media and content, really.
Double Osmo.
I went to that event the other day and everyone had an Osmo. Right, I had a call with Liv, that's all done. That will feature in her vlog and I will link that below. I love that everyone is vlogging. It makes me so happy. I now need to review the vlog because it's late and I need to get reviews to my editor by the time she wakes up. So we're going to go do that now. I'm in my childhood bedroom, so there's all sorts of stuff everywhere. I'm ready in my brown and blue era. And I've got an oat hot chocolate and a pan of chocolate for Friday Croissant Club, and that just feels like winter personified. It feels like we're in the French Alps, but we're just in the countryside. So good. Fuck's sake. It is nothing short of chaos. Right, vlog review time. I need to make this a quick one. When I'm reviewing the vlogs, I'm basically not looking to amend the storyline. Like I leave that responsibility with my editor to like craft the narrative based on the footage that she receives, but it's more like little tweaks where I'm just watching almost from like a control perspective, like did I say something I'm not meant to say? Did I come across in the right light? Did that stripped out of context when that's been edited? Are all the name tags right? Like all of those little things are the things I'm looking for and just checking on the flow mainly. Let's see how long this week's one is. 1 hour, 10 minutes. We're locking in. I am filled with nervous energy. It is Sunday, which means it's officially time to go and tell my friends that we're engaged. I've missed a little bit from the last few days. I did get a full second proposal. So it's been a bit of a special few days. We went back to somewhere that was a really special place for us during a certain time. And I did get a massive diamond ring. It still feels so surreal. Like,
I can't, like, it doesn't feel real. Like, I keep looking at it like, what the hell is this? And I've just been on cloud 9. We went to Soho Farmhouse yesterday. I had a massage. It was like my favourite day. And now it's time. It's time to go and tell the girls. I'm so nervous. I have so much like excited, nervous energy. Just like anticipation for telling them, because they'll be so excited. They'll be so annoyed that I've kept it for so long, but they'll be so excited. And then the people who can't make it, I'm just going to FaceTime afterwards, because we're going to have to FaceTime so many people afterwards. So yeah, I'm going to FaceTime my cousin first. We're going to go see the house first, because I think there's been some updates. I'm going to FaceTime my cousin, and then we are going to go meet my friends for a roast. And I've got like such a nervous belly. I'm like, how am I going to eat? I think I'm going to just like post to social media tomorrow, no pressure for that, just like make today all about family and friends. And yeah, and a really, really gorgeous celebration with my brothers and all their partners on Friday as well. So celebrations have well and truly kicked off, and I've been absolutely spoiled all weekend, and I just feel like, yeah, luckiest girl in the world. Wish me that. Guys, in the crazy excitement / never been so nervous in my entire life of last night of going to tell my friends, I left you in the car and we parked at the new house, so I accidentally left you in the car all night, which is not great. But yeah, I have never had so much adrenaline and like nervous energy in my life before. It was so crazy. I'm so glad I had that experience of telling some people in person, because I think it made it all feel really real and special, and they were so excited. We just spent the whole meal debriefing, and it's just, it didn't burst the bubble, it's just like expanded the bubble, and it was so special. And then we spent all evening FaceTiming everyone, FaceTiming family, friends. My mum told a load of families, so everyone was speaking to me, and it was just really, really special. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. But yeah, I've had a few more calls this morning, and now I think everyone knows who basically like needs to know before it hits Instagram, which I think I'll probably do today or tomorrow. It's funny because in my head I'm like, there's so many different routes you could play for this, like telling people, but it's funny because I just don't really, I care in the sense of like I want to spread the love and I want everyone to know, but like I could not care less if it's like cool girl vibes or cool girl coded. Like I just want to be me and tell it in the way I want to do it. I think there was a moment where I got way down and I was like, wait, how do you do this? Like, what's the way to do this? What's the cool way to do this? Like, what's the way to do it for like engagement? And I was like, what the hell? Like, this is literally my engagement. I just don't care. Like, I'll turn off all the likes. Like, I don't care on any about that. I just want to get it out there so it becomes like official, because obviously I do a lot of public speaking, I do a lot of meetings and events and stuff, and like I just want everyone to know. I just want the world to know. Now it's secrets out, I'm like, I want everyone to know. And like I'm wearing my ring now, out and about, and it just feels like pure magic. Like I remember one of my really good friends saying to me, when she got engaged not that long ago, she said, which is so her, she's so selfless, she was like, I can't wait for you to experience this because it's so special and it's like nothing I've ever felt before. And I do think that is true. Like in some ways nothing changes. We've been together for 9 years, we've lived together for 5 of them, I think, so like the day-to-day doesn't change, but like the level of, I don't know, connection and depth of relationship is just, everything goes to the next level and it's really special. So yeah, I couldn't be happier. And yeah, I guess we've just got the big announcement to do, which is the Instagram, and then it's out and then it's official. We are engaged. So surreal to be wearing a ring. Also, I can't remember if I said or not, but I've walked down the complete wrong road as well. I'm in like fantasy land, but I found out when I got the ring that it was designed by Sophie Whitelaw, who is an independent young female jeweler who I followed for forever, and I've just adored her work, adored everything about her style, the bespoke jewellery she makes, and the fact that he worked with her for the last 3 months in secret is just like added to the specialness of it. Like the amount of detail
that's gone in is very special. Just everything, just so well thought through. No men hating here, because this man did an excellent job, and I just feel like it's now real. Like I can talk about it and it just feels more real. But yeah, engaged life in case there wasn't enough happening this year with the house, leaving the job, getting engaged. 2025 has been a big year, but we don't do anything by half, so here we are. Yeah, I've just walked over to pick you up because I've got a call shortly. I just had Pilates, just been calling people, so I'm like easing back into work. I've got 2 brand partnerships and 2 talks this week, but I'm not overloading myself. I'm trying to enjoy it and soak it all in and not be running around like a headless chicken for the first time in my entire life, and actually remember this moment and enjoy this moment. I'm out every single evening, whether it's friends' dinners, Christmas, silly season is upon us. We've got an event tonight, so there's loads to take you along for in next week's vlog. But I just wanted to round off the engagement vlog here. People are like, I can't wait to watch all the behind the scenes. I'm like, we didn't film everything, but there are little glimpses of things. And watching the footage back of what we do have, I'm really glad we did film little snippets of it, even though we were in this bubble and I just did not think to pick up the camera, because there's one video, which you probably saw at the start, where I'm just like stunned to silence after it had just happened. And I'm so glad we have that. I'm so glad we did take out our phones and like take some pictures, because obviously no one tells you what to do in those moments, but just like take the pictures, because I'd almost like blacked out. I can't even remember, but like it's really special to have those moments captured. I'm listening to a podcast right now, obviously, with Olivia Dean. Just a gorgeous conversation. I've loved her for years and years and years. I know everyone says that now because she's become super mainstream and popular, but I went to see her 3 years ago, I think, in like a 250 person venue, and it was still to this date one of the best gigs I've ever seen. And I'm just listening to her talk about how she writes and her story, and it's a beautiful episode. I'll leave a link here. It's just a lovely story about creativity and what it means to create music and art, and it's lovely. And she said something about how she used to have quite bad imposter syndrome, and when she'd walk into a room she'd be like, hi, I'm Olivia. And now, she said a beautiful quote, and I think it was, now when I walk into a room, the room moulds around me rather than me moulding to the room. And I don't know if it's the engagement or just the stage of my life that I'm in, but I honestly feel that way. Like, I don't know if it's, I don't think it's, maybe it is just confidence, but it's just being so assured of yourself and like so much self-belief that it doesn't really matter what everyone else thinks. If everyone else, as in about me personally, because I think I got a little bit caught up for a second there in like falling into like the comparison trap, which we all do every now and again. But I just feel, whether it's just with this week or this new phase of life that I'm in, so sure of myself and who I am and what I care about, that I'm gonna post whatever I want. Like, it's such a weird idea that you have to like post for the algorithm or post what people want. Like, if people want to join in the celebrations, they can. If not, so be it. I don't mind. That is obviously a different strategy you've got to have if you're building a business, because finding your people in your community and engagement does matter. But I think for little life events, like, do you remember when we used to just like post pictures to Instagram and then like not check the app for like 3 days? I think that's kind of how I feel about my personal stuff right now. But yeah, I don't know. Has anyone else experienced anything like that? Feels like a new lease of life. But that quote from that podcast that Olivia said really resonated, and it's just a lovely place to be after maybe not being and feeling like that for a few months. Who knows, maybe it's just temporary. But yeah, maybe I'll do the post, maybe talk a bit more about that, but also finish off the vlog then. I'm going to finish listening to this episode, go take this call, and then I need to get ready for my first Christmas event, which is happening tonight, which you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait for next week's vlog to see all of that stuff. I can't let this vlog leak over anymore. It's already Monday. You're already seeing too much. But I need to wrap it all up. So yeah, it's exciting. So much going on this week. It's live! The Instagram is live, which means the bubble is officially burst. And I really, 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 really hope that I've told everyone that I needed to tell. I'm gonna like just close my phone now. Oh, it's like the last like bit of anticipation. It's so funny, isn't it? Because like everyone who needs to know knows. This is now just like all the extended people who I would love to know will now know. And they're literally all I care about knowing. So it's like one of those posts where like it means so much, but I just don't care how it performs. It's like, it's a weird thing when you work in the industry and you've cared so much about performance all this time. It's nothing to do with that. Like it's just a case of like, just wanting to let everyone know in my like extended circle. So yeah. This is it. This is the end of the engagement vlog. I can't believe it. I know I don't show you everything, so if there's any questions you have, like, let me know. If you want me to do a Q&A or I can integrate it into a future Q&A, like, ask your questions. But yeah, it's a big part of my life. My partner is a huge part of my life. It's one of the, like, proudest parts of my entire life. And without getting too soppy, it has just been the most incredible experience, and I feel so happy. Like, just so happy and excited and, yeah, ready for our future, I guess. So now it's out there. I had to really put it out there because I'm going to my first bridal event next week, and everyone's going to find out that way. So I'd rather control the narrative myself, you know? Yeah. Let me know if you've got any questions. I'm on cloud 9 and I'm so excited to take you on this journey. I'm so glad I was able to capture this part of my journey, and I can't believe it's happened all in this year as well. But yeah, I'm going to take you on the wedding journey as well, so buckle up. We've got house, we've got weddings, we've got businesses, we've got everything happening, and it's very exciting times. So thank you for being here. Any thoughts, comments, questions, I will answer them either in the comments below or in a future Q&A. So yeah, signing off from an engaged girly. Bye, see you next week.